Hello, sci-fi and fantasy writers. This is a tarot and energetic reading for what you might want to pay attention to for your story or your work in progress for February of 2024. I'm Chris, and I'm a tarot reader for writers and screenwriters. I guide them to form a deeper connection with their craft so they can work with their projects and not on their projects. So, getting right into it, you guys are on the cusp of something. Um, There's an ending that you are not accepting. I got the Ten of Swords reversed. Whatever it is, it's done, but you haven't accepted it yet. And once you accept that, you're going to have a whole spew of things that happen for you. And this is how I got there. So, first of all, when you get aces, it's the beginning of a new idea, the beginning of a new journey, the beginning of a new something. And I got the Ace of Pentacles. I got the Ace of Swords. I also got the Ace of Wands reversed, but I think that the Wands reversed is because you don't need to change your path or direction right now. I think that your passion and fire for your current project is perfectly fine. But whatever, there was something that recently ended, either a relationship or something in the project's just not working. Once you accept that, I think a lot of these cards will flip, because the card after this card is the Two of Cups, but it's also reversed. So once you accept that ending, you'll be able to flow. Right now, the first card that came up was the Page of Pentacles. So pay attention to where you're at, go slow, ground yourself, then all these aces will come, accept the ending. You're going to probably feel a couple of things. You got the Empress here, and she's reversed. A reversed card is blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. But because she's after the Two of Cups and after this 10, I just kind of think that you're going to feel something, and it's going to make you not want to work. It's going to, once you process this, you're going to actually jump into action. This is the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and he's the slowest knight. So you're probably going to jump into work, and that's where you're going to jump into the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, I like to consider him as the ultimate entrepreneur. So he just jumps in, doesn't really care what's going to happen, and he's willing to move on if something doesn't work or not. So I think that's probably something you're really going to want to work on with this Ten of Swords reversed. The overall energetic reading of the month, the card at the bottom of the deck, was the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. And that's a card that you've been beaten up. But you are still holding your ground. So still hold dear true whatever you are working on with this project. Just once you accept that this one part has ended, you'll probably be able to spin roll something the next month into something completely different, or to get the project to keep going. Looking at my notes here. 3 aces, 1 reverse, 10 to do. On a cusp, hold the line, pause, dip, got all that? Okay. So energetically, there are 4 elements. Earth, air, fire, and water. Your main element that is happening this month is earth, which is grounding yourself. The things that you can touch, money, health, and this could be the health of the project, not your health of your body, although it could be because you maybe need to drink more water or something, which will actually, interestingly enough, we'll get to that in just a second. And this is kind of where I think that this Ten of Swords is coming from. So, and I'll get there in just one second. Venus is the planet you want to pay attention to. And the signs of Earth are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Now, I am not an astrologer, so I'm not entirely sure what that means. I kind of know a little bit, but that's not my forte, so I'm going to just leave that up to you. But your weakest element is water, which is emotions. And so I kind of would like you, right, you got 4 Earth cards and 1 water card, 1 emotions card. I kind of think that if you can put some emotion into whatever has stopped, or process that emotion to pass it, I think that it will help. And the water signs you can pay attention to are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I don't know which one might be helpful to you. I just wonder if giving a little bit more attention to the water element would be beneficial, which is actually another thing that is kind of interesting because I'm using the steampunk deck for sci-fi and fantasy because it's just kind of like a good blend. And what does steampunk use? They usually use a lot of steam to get things going. And what is steam? Usually water. And I'm going to take this even one step further because I usually pick up 3 other cards from other places, and the one card that I picked up was water. So I'm not sure what's happening with your project, but water seems to be something that you need to pay attention to, and that might be able to, there's a blockage. And once you get that flow and that block done, you might be able to keep going with the project. In addition, I have Mastermind reversed. It looks like it's a spider web. So someone's probably not telling a truth, or some plan is not going correctly. That might be something you want to pay attention to. And then lastly, one more thing, but we got who is your protagonist's best friend, why? Who is your antagonist's best friend, and why? So that's just some writing prompts for you to do with maybe that might be associated with this block. The last couple things that I've got here for you are the numbers you might want to pay attention to are 1, 1, 1, 1, 10, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 9. Now, if you add all those up, you get 34. 3 plus 4 equals 7, which is the chariot. And the chariot is you have control of where this is going. If something starts veering away, you can reel it back. If something veers the other direction, you can bring it back, and you have control to go places. So I would really recommend looking into that. I think you kind of feel stuck with these pentacles, all these pentacles stuff, and if you can reel yourself back in, I think it'll be very beneficial for you. The last thing that I have for you are colors, and yellow and light blue, like a sky blue, is kind of what's coming in these images. And the biggest one that showed it to me was this 2 of Cups reversed. It's not even like a yellow. It's more like a peach, but like a dull yellow. I don't know. It just kind of those are the colors that I'm seeing for you for this month. So that's what I have for the sci-fi and fantasy writers this month. Please comment below if you found this helpful, and I'm open to suggestions on how to adhere this to fulfill your needs and experiences to enhance your writing craft. If you want to take this a little bit further, I've started a Patreon where you can get all sorts of writing prompts to get those creative juices flowing. I'm open to suggestions on changing those tiers as well to fulfill your needs and experiences in that space. Because I'm doing this for you, this is how I've developed my practice to help other writers write their stories, and develop a deeper connection with their craft, especially and mine, but that's my own thing. So the links to all this is in the description in the video below and in my bios and all the other platforms. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share with anyone who you think might find this video interesting, and I will see you in the next one.